And here we are, people. Another year. We're now at the start of AEW's pay-per-view 4 times a year calendar, or whatever. Quad monthly pay-per-views, if you want to call them. I don't know, something like that at least. And it all starts, as it usually does, with AEW Revolution. There's been a lot of crazy stuff happening in the realm of AEW. And why don't we go through some of it through this pay-per-view, which is going to be taking this Sunday, March 6th, at the Edition Financial Arena in Orlando, Florida. And you'll get it through your standard places as you do. And yeah. And following Rampage, there's going to be a special, the Countdown to Revolution like they always do. But that's not the real big deal. The real big deal is that a ton of new people have come in, a bunch of other stuff has happened, and with Tony Khan buying ROH, who knows what the hell's even going to happen at this point. Either way, we've got a pretty another juicy card, as we always do, and some very intense matches to look forward to, so strap yourselves in, people. We're going to be in for one hell of a night that night. I'm Coffee Lover 239, and with me, as always, is our resident John Moxley stan, Steven.
I hope everyone has a good Friday, but also have a great weekend. We have a big matches. This is like the biggest WrestleMania card right here. So
yes, we do. And unfortunately, Orange Cassidy's hype man is still not with us. I'm not sure. We are going to try and see what's going on, but okay. All right, look, let's just get into it. This one is for the hype mans. This one's for Healy. So let's just start this show, this pay-per-view, the card predictions without further ado. And when you look at that, who's already up on the first list, it's Hook and QT Marshall. There's really no full-bore story with this one here, but even on the pay-per-view, we gotta send Hook, or the pre-show, I mean. See what I did there? Yeah. I think we all know where this is gonna end, don't you think, Steven?
Yep.
So shall we say it on the count of 3?
Yep.
Okay then. 1, 2, 3.
Hook! Send Hook!
Send Hook indeed. He's gonna crush QT Marshall. There's no way of getting around it. QT's the veteran. Hook's up and coming. Yeah. Let's just get to the next match, shall we? Ooh, and another one here. Another pre-show. It's legit Layla Hirsch versus Kris Statlander. Again, no story for this one, or at least none that at least matters to put on the main show, sadly. And there's really not much more I can say about this. If things were building up somewhere else, like on Dark or whatever, then I haven't been watching Dark, unfortunately. I have other things to do, and unfortunately. So, yeah, Bimmy Rolf's No Time Syndrome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real bitch, but someone's got to break it. Steven, who do you got for this one?
I got Kris Statlander.
I'll go with you on this one here because, yeah, she's the more established of the two compared to Layla Hirsch. So, Kris Statlander it is. Now we can get on to the main card. And we're starting with Jade Cargill versus Ty Conti for the TBS Championship. Now, if I could just... Here we go. In the February 23rd episode of Dynamite, after Jade Cargill retained the TBS Championship against The Bunny, she tied her undefeated record of 28-0 and issued an open challenge for the title. Ty Conti came out to accept the challenge, and the match was made official for Revolution. Jade Cargill has been growing on me a bit. I mean, finally, I wasn't too big into her at first with her win, but over time, she's been slowly but surely getting better. And, yeah, she's got the character down at least, but it's just part of the greenish stuff, you know what I mean.
Especially with the finals with Ruby Soho versus Jade.
But it's been a good while since that, and eventually she has been getting better slowly.
The last match she had with the Bunny, that was a good match.
Yeah, so she is getting better, certainly. We can't ignore that. And yeah, hopefully this should be a fine enough match as well. Steven, who you got for this one?
I got Jade winning on this one.
Yeah, I think they're really going to make her a big deal so that when they're ready, they'll move her right into the main event, or at least the women's main event scene. So don't be surprised to see Jade Cargill continue to hold the TBS championship for a good while. I'm going with Jade Cargill on this one. Okay, next up. We have a Tornado Trios match. Matt Hardy, and let's see, it's the actual Hardy family office, or Andrade is the A, I can't tell. But the Hardy family office, Andrade, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy against Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Sting in a 6-man Tornado tag team match. Where is the story on this one? I know it's here somewhere. There's gotta be. No, come on, please don't. Uh-oh, I think we have a small problem. And by small, I mean we have an actual big problem. There's not really much of a story for this match. I mean, am I sure I'm not missing it? Oh, shit, I guess there really isn't. Is there anything?
I know tonight. While we're recording this, we do have a TNT Championship match on Rampage. It'll be Sammy versus Darby versus Andrade, a triple threat. So let's just say this: I think whoever wins tonight will win on Sunday, which is I think Sammy's going to retain tonight. So I'm going to pick Sammy, Darby, and Sting to win.
I gotcha. I don't know really. I'm not even sure. I feel like many people should be saying this is Jeff Hardy, like the moment Jeff Hardy debuts, but I think he's still under that
he's
clause.
he's under contract.
How long does he have left on his no compete clause?
I think the night after Dynamite next week. So I think
the week after. Let me see. Okay, so his 90 days. They said March of 2022, but it doesn't say the date here. Okay. It says March 9th at least. So, March 9th, that's the day. And that is... Oh, wait a minute. That is... Well, this Sunday's the 6th. That's this coming Wednesday. That's that Dynamite. He becomes a free agent. Maybe he debuts the same day? I don't know.
I doubt it. I don't know.
You never know, man. You never know. As for this match, I'm just going to agree with you and go with... Sammy, Sting, and
a good
Darby
match.
Allin.
It'll be
fine, but there's really not much of a story to care about, though, which sucks. I mean, this is probably going to be a break match. I feel like you could cut this match from the card.
Actually, I know what the breaker is. No, wait, maybe. No, yeah.
Well,
this one,
let's just see. And,
this one might be the breaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I don't know. There's just not much of a story here, really. Not that we're seeing, at least, and it's just. I don't know. I feel like we could do with less 6-man schmazzes, to be perfectly honest. Well, at least we've got some tag team title gold on the line here. It's Redragon versus, or let me read this. It's Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus versus Redragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson in a 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Okay, where is it? It's here somewhere. I know it is.
I see it.
Okay, I think it's this one here. During Dynamite's debut episode on TBS on January 5th, 2022, Jurassic Express defeated the Lucha Brothers.
Oh my god. I hope May Phoenix is okay.
Yes, that injury was pretty brutal. I hope he is too. To win the AEW World Tag Team Championship. After numerous title defenses, it was announced on the February 16th episode that Jurassic Express would defend the title in a 3-way tag team match at Revolution. Their opponents would be determined by a tag team battle royale on the February 23rd episode and a casino tag team royale on the March 2nd episode. Redragon would win the first tag team battle royale to secure their spot in the match. The Young Bucks won the casino tag team royale to secure their spot. A little too much for the Bucks. The Battle Royale might have been fine. I don't know. Someone brought it to my attention about some of the badness with this, but I don't know, really. I feel like...
I enjoyed the Battle Royals
they had. It was fine, although I feel like, I get it, the Bucks may still be EVPs, but jeez. Why not get some other tag teams in there? Or is that not enough? I mean, hell, Top
it's
Flight are
the
fully back together now.
I'm glad Top Flight. I thought they were gonna win. Oh
That
my
would have
god!
been so good to have him back. Not just because Darius is finally back, but also have him and Dante like actually win and go on, or at least in the match. I wouldn't expect them to win the belts, but you know what? It'd still be nice given that they're back together. Right now, Jurassic Express have had the belts for 57 days, so I feel like they still have a little ways to go, given how long some of the other teams have held it. And again, FTR held it for 63 days, so I don't know. What do you think, Steven?
Some say I think Red Dragon is gonna. I mean, I like Jurassic Express, but
You think Red Dragon may get it?
Yeah, Red Dragon. I gotta go with Red Dragon on this one.
Red Dragon. I don't know, really. I don't know. Should we give him a little longer at least? I feel like we should give Jurassic Express just a little bit longer, at least up until the next pay-per-view or next big, like, non-regular Dynamite episode, you know? So, I'm just gonna go with Jurassic Express for now. Note, predictions subject to change at any time. Now let's get on to the next match. Ooh, here's one for ya. Is Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. On the January 19th episode of Dynamite, Jon Moxley returned after taking time off to battle alcoholism. In the following weeks, Moxley would be approached by Bryan Danielson about teaming up to run AEW and mentor the younger generation of wrestlers. On the February 16th episode, Moxley responded that he had never defeated Danielson regardless of what promotion they were both in, and that he would only consider teaming up if they bled together first, indicating he wanted a match. On the February 23rd episode, after Moxley saved Danielson from an attack by 2.0 and Danny Garcia, Danielson agreed to the match at Revolution. Look, we both know what these men are capable of. We both know what they bring to the table, and we both know that they're excellent workers. This should be an excellent goddamn match. Steven, who you got?
I got Jon Moxley!
I feel like that might be as well. I mean, I think you may have a point there. I mean, this has to be his first main pay-per-view match back in quite some time, actually. What was his last one? I'm trying to remember, but I can't. Where is it? Well,
it was all out. It was all out when he faced
and he was gonna have one at Full Gear, but that's when he pulled out. So to have him back and go down like that, it has to hurt. But at the same time, has Bryan Danielson lost a match in AEW? I don't.
Against Hangman.
Okay, yeah. All right, now I remember. Yeah, so I don't think in a match. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Moxley on this one as well. And here's another strong one for ya. We have Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. Yes, they're positioned differently here on the picture, yet on the Wikipedia match listing, they're reversed. Don't ask me why, that's just how it rolls. So Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston began feuding after Kingston began influencing his friends and Jericho's inner circle members, Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz, that they were being held back from their full potential and should branch out on their own, which Jericho took offense to. After the confronting each other on the February 23rd episode of Dynamite, a match between the two was scheduled for Revolution. These two have not held back at all, and seemingly it looks like Jericho may finally be going down the heel route when all is said and done, and that this could be the match to actually do it, to bring him back. Because I think many people have been getting a little bit tired with Jericho's current shtick, so it may only be a matter of time before he reinvents the wheel again, as he normally does, so yeah, I don't really think there's much else to add. I think that's the thing, is that a lot of these matches here tend to really speak for themselves, and that the stories are just built up so damn well. There's really not much you can add to it. But honestly, enough what's said can be said, and yeah. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
I think Kingston's gonna win because I think Jericho's trying to help Kingston, get to that next level.
Yeah, he's always trying to get some of the younger cats over, basically. So I'm gonna agree with you and go with Eddie Kingston as well. And given the story seems to be set up, Without that loss, how the heck are we going to get Jericho to turn heel? Okay, ooh. Okay, hold on. This is the Face of the Revolution ladder match for a future AEW TNT Championship match. And as of this moment, we have Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks versus Wardlow versus it's either going to be Christian Cage or Ethan Page tonight, depending on who wins tonight's Rampage. We don't know as of this moment, and we're not going to know for another several hours. But what we do know is that this is going to be intense, and this was another exciting part here. Let me see if there's build-up here. Here we go. At the 2021 Revolution, AEW held the Face of the Revolution ladder match, with the winner receiving a match for the TNT Championship. The second match was scheduled for the 2022 event, thus establishing the match as an annual Revolution. So first of all, we had Keith Lee qualifying in his AEW debut match against Isaiah Cassidy on the February 9th episode of Dynamite. And can I just say, I am so happy to see Keith Lee in AEW after he's finally escaped the hell and the last few.
We don't need that bear cat.
Yeah, and all the other shit that happened before. But fortunately, he's out of that damn company, and we never have to look back. He's back to being limitless Keith Lee, no longer limited. Sky is the limit for the big man here, and he's already qualified in this match. Even as a little ring rust, but eventually I think he'll overcome it, and he'll be back to being himself fully 110% before we know it. Okay, what else? Okay, then Wardlow qualified by defeating Max Caster on the February 16th episode, and Powerhouse Hobbs qualified by defeating Dante Martin on the February 18th episode of Rampage. Ricky Starks qualified by defeating the Dark Order's Preston Vance on the February 23rd episode of Dynamite, and Orange Cassidy qualified by defeating Anthony Bowens on the February 25th episode of Rampage. And it looks like on tonight's Rampage, it's either going to be Christian Cage or Ethan Page. And it rhymes.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a nice, good stacked mix of some of the established guys who've already been in AEW for a bit, like Orange Cassidy, of course, only despite somehow being the world's most laziest wrestler, somehow he's only just using a very small percentage amount of his power, just like Shaggy. Yeah, there's one for you. I can't quite do it like Heathy, but I figured I'd at least slip that one in for good measure. Also, of course, we have Hobbs, we have Starks, we have Wardlow. The real big standout probably is undoubtedly Keith Lee, which is after having his debut in soon. I'm hoping he does some good stuff here. Like I said, he was a little rusty in his debut match, but then again, he was away for some time, having to deal with all those health issues. But aside from the little rustiness, it almost felt like he was never gone for a minute there. Either way, we've got a pretty stacked list. And regardless of who between Cage or Page wins, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be those two wins.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be either one of them. I mean, look at this stacked one alone. Well, who do you got then to win?
I think it's not going to be Keith Lee. Even though I would love to be Keith Lee, I think it's going to be Wardlow.
So what makes you think it's not going to be Keith Lee?
I think because, Keith Lee just started. And it's something that I lost for Keith Lee. I like Keith. If Keith Lee wins, I'll be happy. I'm not going to...
Well, I think I know what you mean with Wardlow in this. It's because of the story, really, at the end of the day, with the turn of betrayal. Because if Wardlow actually does win it...
If Sean Spears comes and screws Wardlow, then probably Keith Lee is going to win. Probably.
Or if actually Wardlow wins now, but whenever the next TNT Championship match happens, and then Wardlow gets screwed... Then we could have the inevitable betrayal soon, when Wardlow just says, "Screw you, MJF, I'm done." And really, when you put the story into perspective, it probably makes the most sense for Wardlow to win. There's nothing really for Orange Cassidy in storyline. Same with Powerhouse and Hobbs and Ricky Starks. And the same thing with either Cage or Page, depending on who wins. Keith Lee's probably second in line to win, but you're probably right in Wardlow, so, I'm going to go with Wardlow as well. Almost there, people. Ooh, women's match again. It's Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D. versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's World Championship. Now, where is that damn... There it is. After remaining undefeated for months, Thunder Rosa became the number one contender to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD's AEW Women's World Championship. The title match was made official for Revolution on the February 16th episode of Dynamite. Britt Baker's been on a tear as the Women's World Champion. Meanwhile, Thunder Rosa's still doing her own thing as well. And the more we look at how long has she held that belt for?
Since Double or Nothing, I think?
Yeah, since Double or Nothing last year. Damn! 278 days. My God, that was one of the most insane run. My God, she's been on a real tear as of late. Unsurprising, too, I suppose, given that she really has come a long way. Thunder Rosa's also been pretty good, too, doing her thing. If a title had to change hands tonight, actually, or not tonight, but that night, besides the tag titles, if it had to be one singles title, I could see it being this one. That said, we're not really sure, but if we get to at least Double or Nothing and then Britt Baker loses, it would be kind of poetic. But if they decided to do it here earlier, I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be against it either way. Because Thunder Rosa's been doing pretty good, and she definitely should have a run with that belt at some point. Steven, who do you got on this one?
Ooh, this is a hard one to pick. I could see Britt retaining. I could see Thunder winning since, that crazy match they had a year ago.
I remember that.
I gotta go with D.M.D. Dr. Britt Baker to retain.
Let's see where your prediction actually lands with the current odds as of now. If we take a look here with the betting odds as of now. Okay. The odds have actually shifted here as of now. It looks like the odds are favoring Thunder Rosa. I don't know, really. I don't know. What do I do here? I mean, it could make sense for Baker to retain and have it be poetic for her to lose it at the pay-per-view that she won it at 1 year prior. On the other hand, though, it's been a long enough reign. Thunder Rosa could do good with that belt. You know what? I'm going to actually play a risky move here, even though it's not Double or Nothing. And I'm going to go with Thunder Rosa on this one. This could actually be a good, solid chance for her to get the belt here. And do we really want to have another rematch later down the line and 50-50 book it? No, I don't think so, even though AEW still has their favorite schmaz matches. We already had that 6 Tornado schmaz earlier, so you never know, but I'm going to go ahead and for now and go with Thunder Rosa. See previously, prediction subject to change, warning. Oh boy, now we get to the most story-heavy, intensive match on the card. CM Punk versus MJF.
Oh my God! This
dog collar match.
This storyline. This has been the best.
I will get into it, man. I got you easy there, man. But yeah, and this is only the second dog collar match we've had in AEW. The first, of course, I believe was Cody Rhodes versus the late Brody Lee. My God, that was a brutal match. So I don't expect this one to be just as brutal, and maybe even a little bit more given the personal stakes in this. On the November 17th, 2021 episode of Dynamite, CM Punk began feuding with MJF. On the February 2nd, 2022 episode of Dynamite, Punk and MJF faced off in a match that MJF won, thanks to assistance from Wardlow, giving Punk his first loss in AEW, which was also in his hometown of Chicago. In the February 9th episode, Punk demanded one more match, which MJF would grant if Punk found a partner to defeat FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, in a tag team match that night. Jon Moxley was revealed as Punk's partner, and Punk won the match for them. The following week, Punk revealed the rematch against MJF would be a dog collar match at Revolution. This story has actually been getting very damn personal. Like, they even, if you saw what happened on the last Dynamite, where, like, Punk actually got busted open by MJF, like, after MJF kicked him right in the mommy daddy buttons, and MJF had the shirt on with him as a kid meeting Punk, and actually smeared Punk's blood all over that shirt, and, like, just, they strangled him with a damn dog collar, and yeah. You know what? This may have been his first loss overall, but if they want to keep this going, this had to be something else. Steven, who do you got?
Again, 50-50 booking. I just don't want to see 50-50 booking. I think MJF is going to win.
Let's see where you stand on the prediction meter, or the odds meter, depending on whatever is left. This match, as of now, the odd thing is it's favoring CM Punk, but if you really want to establish MJF as the dominant force, you really have to do that there. So I guess we'll also go risky on this one and go with MJF. Where do you rank otherwise? We haven't gotten to that match yet. Nothing there, nothing there. And there's nothing on the rest of anything. Well, that's lame. Well, let's just go to the last match then. And there we go. It's Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship in our main event. Now, where is it? It's probably at the top, isn't it? Of course! In the February 9th episode of Dynamite, after successfully defending the AEW World Championship against Lance Archer in a Texas Death Match, Hangman Adam Page was confronted by Adam Cole, who indicated his intentions to challenge Page for the championship, as he had reached the top of the rankings to become number one contender. The following week, the match was made official for Revolution. It seems a bit so sudden for Adam Cole, though, to be getting into the side of things when there's still more of the personal shit going on with Redragon and the Bucks, kind of, sort of stuck in a feud as well. Eventually some tensions are going to boil over between those two and shit's going to come to full grasp. I mean, that tag match is just going to be a warm-up, but let's be honest, we all really need a one-on-one tag match, like between just the Bucks and just Redragon. Nothing more, nothing less. As for this match, though, we all know what both of these men are capable of. This is definitely going to be a good match. But it's kind of tough. Hangman has only held the belt for so long, basically, and still has a way to go. A heel should obviously dethrone him, but he's still at the bottom of the pecking order in terms of the overall 4 people who have held the AEW World Championship. So, yeah. Steven, who are you going to go from this one?
I got Hangman to win on this
one. with how many less days he had in this reign, and how long they typically do their reigns, I think Hangman Page is still going to pull this one off one way or another. But, you never know. Could be a trick up a sleeve, but we'll just wait and see. But for now, Hangman Page to win. And that's basically going to do it for this one here. Yeah. Okay, so this is definitely looking to be a good pay-per-view, although it probably may take a little while here, knowing how they do things in AEW. But, you know what, you'll probably be getting a decent amount of value for how much you buy the pay-per-view for. Anyways, that's really all there is. There's nothing else to go on about. I do want to thank Steven, as always, for being here with me. Say bye.
See you guys. We'll see you for...
Let's see. Let me take a look.
Stay delivered.
Yeah, or so we think. Yeah, the next AEW pay-per-view we'll be doing is Double or Nothing, but that's not going to be until May, as it always is. So the next pay-per-view we will be a WWE pay-per-view, but it's going to be tough because we have a takeover, or not a takeover, I wish. No, we have an NXT pay-per-view in Stand and Deliver, But it's going to be airing the first night of WrestleMania as well, like way earlier in the day. And yeah, we don't even know what we're going to do or where we'll be at that point. So please bear with us. And we'll find out sooner or later. We'll decide. We probably will, but we're going to have to do some crazy shit. We'll see. To get this miracle pulled out. Oh, so much, so little time. Until then, everybody, take care of yourselves and each other. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.